Man, how y'all doing? Welcome back to another one. My name is Tammy. This is For the Love of, and today we talking about for the love of having faith or fear, the two F's. Now listen, you can either have faith in your life or you can have fear in your life. The idea of having faith and fear is that they both operate within the same frequency, within the same wavelengths. They are both a direct result of your belief in your actions. Whether you have faith in yourself, whether you have faith in life, whether you have faith in God, whether you fear yourself, fear life, or fear God, all depends on your actions. You having faith or fear is dependent and determined by your mindset and by your actions, the things you think about and the things you do and results of what you think about, and how you operate in those moments. Let's say I'm gonna go take a test and I know for a fact I studied. I'm retaining some of the information. I'm doing these study groups, but when I'm going into taking that test, I take that test with a big amount of fear in my heart. So that to the point where I'm reading each question, instead of the fact that I'm trying to understand it, I'm now just being anxious and I'm in there not understanding anything. I get my test back, I fail, but then I look at the questions again with a more calmer mind now that it's already over and that fear doesn't have to be there. And I'm realizing I know these answers. I should have answered this correctly, but I was overthinking a little bit too much during the time. That's you moving in fear. Versus you going into that test with confidence. You going into that test believing yourself. You know for a fact you studied. You know for a fact you know some of these answers. You know for a fact that you have done all that you can do. And you just have to have faith that, hey, when I'm in there, while I'm in there, I'm going to try my best and do my best. And let's say you get your test back and you don't do well. But as a result of you having faith in yourself and saying, hey, I know that I did my best. I know I tried my hardest. The questions that I answered, I know I did them properly. The questions that I didn't answer, I'm going to go ahead and learn them. That is having faith within yourself. That is the air of not giving up. And that is what I mean. You can be living in fear and you can be living in faith, but they both operate at the same wavelength. It's kind of like a fine line. And sometimes in situations, you have the opportunity to choose whether you want to live in fear or live in faith. And it's really solely up to you. The best way to combat living in fear is by living in faith. And the best way to understand living in faith is by realizing you do not have control of every little aspect of your life. There are some things that may be out of your control. There are some things that you may not be able to fix or have a remedy for, and that's okay. But you trust that at the end of the day, the next day is gonna be better. When you go to sleep at night and you see the moon in the sky, you have faith that in the morning, the sun will be there because the sun rises again, and joy and mercies always come through the morning. That is what the Bible teaches us, that the day is a new day every single day. So don't worry about the past and don't be anxious about the future. And that is how you live in faith. Living in fear is being anxious about your future or being resentful towards your past. Looking back and being like, oh man, I wish I had done this. I wish this was like this. I wish X, Y, Z, and complaining about it. Versus looking at your past and being like, well, this is what it was and this is what I learned from it. And then also looking at your future and saying, I'm worried about my future. I'm very anxious about my future. I need to do everything that I can to secure my future, to the point where I even compromise my own morals, compromise my own beliefs, and then only have a negative aspect of thinking about it. You think pessimistically toward your future. What if this bad things happen? Or this bad thing is going to happen? This bad thing is going to happen. When you have faith, you are present-minded. You are living in the now and for the today. Understanding that your past are the things that have made you up to build you up to where you are now. And that your future is a direct result of the things that you are going to do now. You take those ideas, you enact them, and you apply them to your life. And once you apply them to your life, you start to see how they show in every area of your life. So if you're having faith in the things that you're doing, if you're having faith in who you are and what you believe in, you're going to see those fruits show up. You're going to see how it shows itself within your life. It's not going to be something that may be perfect. It won't be something that you'll fully control. But that's the best thing about faith. You don't need to control. You just need to believe. Now, a lot of people say, well, believing is kind of cliche. And it is. It's very cliche, but it's also very real. That belief that we hold up in our heart, it grows. It's a seed and it takes root inside of us. And whatever seed we plant, whether faith or fear, it's eventually going to grow into something big. And if we leave it, it's going to fester. And if you want something grown in your heart, you want something that is faithful. something that's faithful to you, something that's faithful to the world and the things that you're doing in the world, your works, and also faithful to God. It's very important to have faith in God. If you don't believe in God, I implore you to try it out. Look towards God, look towards what God has to offer, and have faith in Him and trust in Him for the things that are there. Because that leads me to my last point, the unseen. The things that are not seen, the things that are not shown to us, the things that are not given to us blatantly. That is the things that we have faith in. When we don't know the outcome, when we don't know the situation, when we're playing a football game and we don't know who to win, but we have faith in our skills, we have faith in our teammates, our working and everything. Those things that are unseen, those things that are unaccounted for, that you rely on God to be there to handle for you, that is having direct faith. And so if you're going in the vein of not giving up and keep on going through all the trials and tribulations, the best thing for you to do is to have faith that not just today, but tomorrow also will be a great day. And the next day and tomorrow will be a great day. If you have a bad day, remember it's just a bad day. It's not a bad life. It doesn't make you a bad person, it's a bad day. But that doesn't mean the next day has to be a bad day. We live life in cycles and seasons. And if you continuously put yourself in a cycle of negativity, that negativity will follow you into your season. And you never know what season God is taking you towards. So always have faith in yourself. Always have faith in the things that you can control and the things that you can't control. And the things that you can't control, have faith that there is somebody out there working for you. It may be God, it may be a family member, it may be somebody that you love, one of your loved ones, but you just have to have faith. Keep your optimistic mindset. Keep yourself real though. Be realistic in the things that you're doing and the challenges that you're taking on, but have faith that you can overcome them. That is how you be somebody who never gives up. Having faith in yourself, knowing that, hey, I may be sad, I may even be feeling depressed, I may even be feeling these things that I have no control of, but I have faith that one day at least I will be better than what I am today. And if that day is tomorrow, then I'm gonna strive today for tomorrow. And when tomorrow comes, if I still feel like I can be better, then I will strive again for the next day. Take it day by day and also take it inwardly. Introspection is very important, but it's important to have faith and to not live in that idea of fear. Because fear disguises itself as faith sometimes, and it makes you think that, okay, this is what you're going towards and you're believing and you're having trusting, but you're actually acting out of fear. It's good to recognize that, and that's why introspection is so important. So this has been Tammy talking about having faith or fear, and make sure that you're discerning within your life which one that you're walking in. Have a great one, man. Ciao.